If you felt plunged in lack thinking or worry lately, then today's episode will be a gorgeous counterpoint to that. It'll help you U-turn right back into joy, hope, expectation, and just feeling like a kid on your birthday morning. I'm here to remind you about a few amazing things about yourself that so often get buried in the pile of life. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be amazed at yourself. As we dive into episode number 707, here are a few amazing things about yourself you may have forgotten or never been told. Flow dreaming, still kinda woo-woo, is just what it sounds like. An escape into the world of woo. Also, a ride into you. And how to feel happier, wiser, and more self-aware in every way. It's your ultimate journey into personal growth and inner power. We'll explore ideas like how your energy self influences the kinds of opportunities you encounter, or how your personal growth can drive your business growth, or even how that feeling of being stuck is really always coming from something else. We just have to figure out what. That's right, we're a dash of woo-woo, a sprinkle of self-care, a heap of problem-solving and pattern-busting, and a giant cup of encouragement. We're going to relight so much passion, purpose, self-love, and confidence in you that you practically stagger. I'm Summer McStravick, your host, and welcome to Flow Dreaming, still kinda woo-woo. Hey everybody, it's Summer here, and welcome. Today's episode is inspired by this idea that a lot of times we get more critical feedback from life than we get positive feedback. And we often don't even realize that's going on. We just start to feel after a while that we're always catching up. We're always trying to get better. We're always trying to get to that next place, that next feeling. And we forget that maybe there's a lot of positive feedback out there. And we have to just stop and blink our eyes a little bit and remind ourselves, hey, I'm actually doing quite well. I'm actually here equipped with everything that I need right now to do, fix, become, heal, whatever it is, whatever you want in your life. So I want you to just relax with me a little bit and let some of these ideas sink in. So for all of you who are new to Flow Dreaming, still kind of woo-woo, welcome, welcome. Every show we're going to delve into something about you. Your life, your ability to be successful, to feel worthy, to know that your personal growth is first and foremost and something that you absolutely embrace, that you love to do. And I will be giving you all kinds of ideas to play with and hopefully inspiring quite a few ahas around them. Every now and then I've got a fascinating guest, but oftentimes it's just you and me. And we're discussing things that I've been teaching in my over 20-year practice of helping others grow and develop and just become blossoming into who you actually are. We have a good amount of woo-woo. We talk often about intuition and energy. And in fact, the basis for all of this is a technique I call flow dreaming. So today I'm drawing again some material from my absolute flagship program. It's called Me School. I'll tell you a little bit more about it as we move forward. But first of all, let's start with the very best thing about you. One of the very best things. I can't say if it's the very best, but it's up there in the tippy top. Here's what it is. We each have our own set of very personalized, very beautiful, very custom life experiences. These are tailored to us. No one else has had them. This means it's like you're walking into the grocery store of life, and every single thing you pull off a shelf is unlike anything else that anyone else can buy or has ever purchased. What I mean by this is sometimes we look at our life and compare it to others and say, so-and-so is more successful at work, or so-and-so has been happily married for so long, or look at their kids, they're successful, or how come this person's boss loves them and mine doesn't? And you've all heard about comparisonitis, but what I want you to come back to is this basic idea of you have your own incredibly customized and tailored set of experiences. And to want other people's experiences, yeah, I get it. We want them because we look at them and think, I like those better. They seem happier. It seems more like what I've been wanting and craving. Other people's life experiences can be avatars for us. They can be things that we work toward or want to emulate or want to sort of bring into our own lives. But you really have been given a customized set. And I know some of those things that have been customized feel like they're crummy. And you say, I wouldn't want them. Why would I ever have this tailored to me? But the thing is, you did. And you are. And so is everybody else. I'd like you to place trust in something right now. Just move your energy, move your beingness into this idea, this trusting feeling that whatever has been customized for me, whatever has been tailored to me, this sequence of experiences from birth all the way to the end of my life, the people I encounter, the things that I get to do or the things I don't get to do, the things that have been rough and tumbling, the things that have been gliding and smooth, all here, combined in an incredibly unique and personalized way. No one else will ever feel exactly what I've felt. They'll feel variations of it, but not exact. Why? Why was I given this gift of such a gorgeous, customized life? Maybe you're thinking of something like The Truman Show or a movie, right? You're thinking, well, that is kind of weird. We all aren't given, like there's 500 basic lives and everybody gets a copy of one and goes through the same exact experiences and feelings. Wouldn't that be weird? I mean, what would be the purpose of that? And so it makes you think, I wonder, maybe the purpose is if we all have these intensely personalized experiences, we are all supposed to end up as intensely personalized, customized, unique beings. Maybe that is kind of a number one priority because frankly, it was set up that way. It'd be so much easier if really we all got stamped with the same one of 500. But none of us have. We got stamped with 1 in 10 billion. And I can only believe that that is for a reason, for a purpose, that it means that we are given something so gorgeous and just for us. And life, or our higher power, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, flow, is saying, run with it. Everything you need is in this mix. Everything you need. Imagine opening up your pantry and looking in your, all the supplies you can cook with. And I understand, in the pantry, you're going to have a lot of, chili powder. And that's going to make, if you only make chili powder, eat chili powder for a while, you'll say that was a really rough period. And I'd say, yeah, but you know what else is there? There's chocolate chips. Oh yeah, there's grape jelly. There's a lot of things, a lot of experiences, a lot of different pieces and parts of you. You get to uniquely combine them. Because life wants to see what you will uniquely become. Now, where it gets funny is if we start throwing a lot of judgment on that. Like, oh, life is going to judge me. God will judge me. Source, higher power, myself will judge me if I don't do XYZ, if I don't reach XYZ. But even that belief is custom tailored to you. Yours is unique from anyone else's. So even the personal goalposts that you make are unique to you. What it boils down to is this. Some part of life or nature or the universe or source has cared enough to say, you should be extraordinary. And to be extraordinary, all you have to do is grow into your unique being. Let's go find out who that is. Let's go find out who you are, what you're capable of. I give you everything to be able to do that. Earth, the sun, the stars, air, water, housing, family, other people, all in different amounts and different degrees, because remember, there's not just 500 cookie cutter lives. Now, on the back of this, why do you think about something else fabulous about yourself? Incredible, like wondrous about you. You've done more incredible things that you've overlooked than the ones you've noticed. So what I mean by this is that most of us reflect more on the things that we don't have, the things that have gone poorly, the things that have impacted us, affected us, that we have to heal from, grow through. And the things that have been easy for us, the things that we've just glided through, the things that have just been a gift from day one. Those are the things we tend to overlook more. And obviously, we are grateful. We embody gratitude for maybe we had a loving set of parents, or maybe we're lucky we've had such a healthy body, or a great intellect, or a beautiful skill of some type, an athletic skill or a creative skill, or maybe we just know I have a good heart. And we will sometimes rest our feelings on that knowing. We will embrace that and say, yeah, I've been great. I've done really well with this. But on par, I want to remind you that you often focus more on the icky bits. And that includes all the things in your life as you reflect back. There's always a sense of, or often a sense of, well, I should have done this. I could have done more. That didn't work out. My career should be here by now. My savings should be there by now. My 401k should look like this by now. I should have this kind of relationship by now, etc. The reflection is on the pieces that didn't work or that we're not satisfied with. Meanwhile, there is a huge, overflowing, mountainous pile of gorgeous and beautiful things that have continuously happened to us every darn day of our life. Like this morning, I woke up. I'm in a beautiful house. This is just me personally. A beautiful house. And I got to sleep in. And then I got to spend some time with my kitty and my animals. I got to play around on a computer, which does marvelous things for me when it's not annoying me, but generally does marvelous things, connecting me to this world. I got to go outside and smell some gorgeous plumeria, frangipani. I got to sit down with you and think about, how do I want to talk and communicate? And oh my gosh, there are actually people who are listening to me, who are thinking things with me, feeling this with me. I don't see you yet, but I know you're here. And, it's still morning. It's still morning. Today, I've had so many good and gorgeous things happen. And maybe they're not off the charts great, but they're really good. These are wonderful things I get to do that I've been doing. And yet, these are the little things we tend to just sweep under the bridge, right? Sweep, sweep, sweep. Yeah. But I want you to remember, 90% of your life has been chock full of things just like this. Really, really good things. Remember that. What does that tell you about yourself? It means that 90% of the time, you actually have been successful. You actually have been on top of things. You've actually succeeded. You've actually taken care of yourself. You've actually taken care of others. You've done it 90% of the time. Because if you reflect on it, I bet that you haven't had more than 10% of things go yucky and bad and wrong every single day. Maybe you've just had a few things that linger and hover that, you're solving. We all have those. But the rest have been brilliant. And you did that. You built that. You created that. And I want to remind you, it's there. Take a look. How you guys feeling? Little check-in? And I know you were probably wondering, how do you personally, Summer, know all the good things about me? Because it's the good things about all of us. It's the good things that I see inside of us time and again. Many of you know that I work as an empathic intuitive. I go into you. I go into your space, your being, your flow. I feel you. I read minds. I read energies. I read lives. And I feel these things over and over. And it's sometimes I just want to emotionally, energetically grab somebody and say, open your eyes. Look do you see this? And when I'm successful, they do. And they say, oh my God, yes, I do. I say, great. What are you going to do with this? You're sitting on a pile of gold, honey. What are you going to do with it? And we go from there. By the way, mentioning that, Me School, that is the program that I run, that I have been running for 10 years now, 10 seasons. A gorgeous boutique personal growth program. I teach you everything that I know about how to grasp and grab life like this, how to shift out of lack thinking, how to revitalize yourself, how to reach the level that you believe yourself capable of reaching. I walk you through that. I handhold you through it over 12 weeks together. And I mention it because this is, I believe, the last year that I will be running this program. And I say that because, hey, guys, a decade is a long time. And maybe in years future, I'll come back. But right now, I've got some other kind of exciting directions that I'm opening myself to. So I'm taking this one last gorgeous class. And you know, there's something about the very first class and the very last class that you just remember. And this could be you. Me School is starting on September 10th of this year. Maybe you're listening to this as an older replay. If so, reach out, find out what else I'm doing. But if you're listening to it kind of nowish, please don't hesitate. Call. It's worth every second just to find out more. And I'll talk with you and we'll discuss and discover if it's what you need. Anyway, my invitation is extended to you formally. I hope you accept it and are willing to kind of work privately and individually with me if you wish, and or work with the rest of the students in Me School or private coaching. All right, there we go. My little letting you know. I think it's really important though, because this is an opportunity that's going to go away in just a few weeks, a month, and then it's pretty much gone forever. All right, let's return. Let's go on. I am still not done with a few amazing things about yourself that you may have forgotten or really just never been told. This third one is another idea that I hope you embrace, drink deeply into yourself. I know that every single day you're striving to be a better person and live a better life, not just for yourself, but so that you can be the best for everyone you love as well. This is the funny thing about personal growth. You know, sometimes we feel a little guilty. We're like, hey, you know, I want to take time for myself, but I've got to do this other stuff first. I want to take better care of myself, take better care of my body, but I've got other people I have to look out for. I've got, you know, bills to pay and family and friends and on and on. Seems a little selfish. I feel a little guilty when I spend money on myself, my growth, where I'm going, who I'm becoming. Seems like I should just be able to get by and really give my attention to other people. This is an idea that's been implanted in us over our lives for many of us. And I understand it's the golden rule, right? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Be good, be kind. Don't just think of yourself. Think of all of us. Yes, 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 and yes. But sometimes this has become so internalized in us that when it comes to thinking of ourselves, we think that's bad, that's guilty. There is not enough to go around. A lot of us have particularly internalized this when it comes to money, wealth, security, safety, having enough. We're like, yeah, I should have more money, but not too much, because then I'll be taking it from someone else. Again, I work with people, like I said, day in and day out to remove and release a lot of these odd feelings, and call them odd because they don't need to be there. And oftentimes they aren't serving you whatsoever anymore. And I remind you, when you become better, when you become more aware of your needs, when you become aware of what you're capable of, right? The brilliance that's in you, when you unleash yourself and say, yeah, I should be seen. I did a podcast a few episodes ago called How to Not Be a Hidden Gem, right? You need to be seen right now. When I show you why, what gifts you have to give, why it's selfish to hold them back, I mean, it's a game changer, an absolute game changer. Whenever I invest in myself, either with my money, with my time, with a book that I'm reading, with a course that I'm taking, with just pushing myself to the next layer of embracing and loving myself, it's not just for me. Because this is the most important thing. I recognize that in this life, there is no bigger thing that I could give someone else than me. I mean, you can give people houses, you can give them jobs, you can give them health care, you can give them a lot of good things. But really, the biggest gift is being able to be part of your gorgeous, beautiful, unique being. Everything else that you give people is really some form of material something or other, right? Things come and go. Things are replaceable. Things can be given to people by other people, not just you. You are not unique and able to give only one person this thing. And if they don't get it from you, they won't get it from anyone else. I'm not talking about physical things. I'm talking about the feelings, the emotions, the experiences. I'm talking about love. There's a kind of love you can give someone that they will not be able to feel with anyone else. There's a kind of acceptance and I love you-ness, and this is unconditional, and I am always here for you. And I want you to experience the best of me so that I can continue to help you up and forward in your life. Those are things that only you give. Other people will give to them in different ways, but not the same way you can, because again, going back to the number one thing we started with, you are unique in that. Therefore, it is a unique and priceless gift. You. If you want to be a better parent, better spouse, better partner, better son or daughter, friend, you know how you do it? You become better. You become brighter, freer, more loving, more comfortable, more excited, even wealthier. You attain more resources. You retain more inner resources, more external resources. Whatever you need to do, you are then gifting that being to other people. Priceless. Priceless. Oh, you know what time it is? I've been doing something fun in this latest season of Flowdreaming, still kind of woo-woo. There's a little break I take every now and then, and I just realized I think you guys need a break for a little personal update. Aha, some of you know because you follow me on social media. I just got home from Bali. Yes, it was a very long trip to get there. I think we spent about 30 hours in transit. I took my entire family and we flew via LA through Singapore to Bali. Oh my God. So going in, I didn't know a whole lot about Bali, other than I had found a gorgeous retreat space where I was able to rent out the entire boutique hotel and brought a lot of my Flowdreaming friends with me. and we set ourselves up to have a series of amazing experiences. We flow dreamed every day. We went to Balinese temples. We had healing ceremonies, private healing ceremonies with shamans, with priests who taught us or opened us to the idea of giving offerings, recognizing that there is a kind of give and take in this universe, and showing our offerings as a way of being grateful and giving back. Oh my gosh, we hiked to secret waterfalls. We had a gorgeous cocktail party in the evening all to ourselves at a private residence. Oh, all right. I'm telling you all this because I had an extraordinary time. I think one of the best parts was at the very top of this boutique hotel was a gorgeous yoga room, open-aired, wood-floored, just, filled with flying flags, Tibetan flags, just so beautiful. And every day I got together with our group and we went through a teaching and then we did our flow dreaming together. And I can say every single one of us came away different, came away changed, renewed, just different. When you do a practice and you do it with really showing up and really giving yourself to it, you cannot help but have a result from it, a reward from it. So I had that experience and I'm feeling very grateful and very, very blessed. And I just want to send a big shout out and big hugs and love to everybody who went on this journey, this excursion with me. I love you all. And maybe I'll see you all in Costa Rica next year, or maybe Juneau, Alaska. I'm playing around with some other ideas, but I think I want to do something like this again. It's been 4 years. I haven't been on a retreat or done a retreat with anybody since 2019. And I realized, oh my, it's more than time. Anyway, that's what I've been up to. My son, my daughter, my husband, we all just, it was just absolutely amazing. Anyway, if you guys have ideas of places that I should go, teach at, speak at, if you know people at those places in particular, reach out to me. I would be very happy to go around the U.S. at least and maybe do a few more trainings and teachings and maybe smaller retreats. I don't know. I'm kind of wide open, but if you guys have input, I'm going to ask you to share that with me. It makes it a lot easier than me just blindly reaching out to people and saying, hey, can I come teach? So anyway, that would be fabulous. That's it for my personal update. I feel really good. I bought myself a cool, beautiful sarong and, well, frankly, too many cute little items that I stuffed my backpack and my purse with. Oh, I even got an antique Balinese crown. Oh my gosh, when they dress up for rituals, the women get to wear these beautiful crowns, and I found one in an antique store and I bought it and brought it home. So if you see me on video in the future, you're going to see that crown right up on the wall behind me. Gorge. I think I've just acquired a new collecting hobby, unfortunately. Crowns coming my way. All right, let's get back, and we're going to wrap up today with one more incredibly gorgeous thing about yourself. Okay, the final thing that I want you to remember, that I want you to know is absolutely amazing about yourself, is that you actually have nothing to prove. Nothing to prove to anyone in this life. I know you've heard that before, but just take a moment, close your eyes, and let it sink in. Everything that you're going for, everything that you're shooting for in your life, you are doing it to prove to yourself. You might think you're doing it to show others. Look, Mom, how well I'm doing. Look, honey, how fabulous I am. But all of these standards, these bars, these hurdles that you're trying to reach and jump over and past, you're doing it for you. Only for you. You chose them. Maybe other people tried to choose these levels for you to reach, these goals for you. And maybe you accepted their choices because maybe at some point it was good guidance, but maybe now it's not or doesn't fit you. At the end of your days, you'll be remembering the only thing I ever had to prove was whatever I chose to prove to myself about myself. And you know what? I went for that. I did it. I focused on it. I experimented with it. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. What a freeing thought. What an absolutely freeing thought. You have nothing to prove to anyone. You know why? Because they don't have your life. You have your life. They've got their own life. They're proving things to themselves. You shouldn't have to work to prove to other people, and then which people and why them. This can shift a lot of the things that we choose to move toward in life. Shift how we acknowledge and show up for ourselves, what we're able to express about ourselves. If you're not worried anymore what somebody else thinks, you realize it's only myself I'm proving this to. That means that if you feel like you're not living up to your own expectations, cool, that's just you. And you can fix that in yourself because they're your own expectations. Lower those expectations, raise them, do whatever you want. Be happy doing them though. If you're not happy proving to yourself who you are, then let's switch gears. Because no one said you don't have to be, or no one said you have to be miserable proving things to yourself. No one said that. So you can stop. Anyway, that for me, when I think about it, is very profound. Because it takes away, it just scrapes away those layers of, I don't know, social expectations. Like, oh, you don't have 200,000 followers, or, oh, you don't have this or that put together yet, or, oh, you don't. I go, you know what? I'm not proving that to anybody. I don't have to. That's not on my goal sheet. There are other things that I'm showing myself about myself. And those are things that make me feel good, things that I want to learn and show myself. That's what I want. So remember that. And I know I said that was it, but I do have one little bonus idea before we wrap up today. And by the way, I didn't do much flow dreaming today. I think I'm going to, in future episodes, remind you about the basis, the technique. But in the meantime, you can go to YouTube and look up my channel, Flowdreaming Summer Extravac. There is a beautiful playlist there where I teach you how to flow dream. I get you into that space. Everything that I've said to you today, by the way, is stuff that I practice in flow. I put all of these feelings into my energy almost every single day. And that's how I grow and develop myself. So I have not just advice for you and ideas for you, but an actual way to make these changes inside of you. That's free, by the way. It's free to do this, free to do the practice. It's pretty amazing. If you want to know more, visit flowdreaming.com. I do have a couple hundred recorded flow dreams in case you're a fan of things like guided meditations as opposed to just meditation. I invite you in. Okay, here's your bonus, and we're wrapping it up today, guys. Remember this. Life around you is responding to you. It's reflecting you day after day. If you grow bigger on the inside, life is freed up to grow bigger on the outside. This is a core teaching of Me School, a core teaching of Flow Dreaming, a core teaching of my life. Whenever I want things outside me to change, be different, be better, I work a little on the outside stuff, and I work a lot on my inside stuff, because I know this. When my insides have grown to be able to hold this, to be able to accept it, to know it, to have it, then the outside world shifts and changes. New things come my way, new people, new opportunities, new directions open. I often say that we live in a house of mirrors. The outside world is just all the mirrors. What's it reflecting? You. they seem like individual panels of mirrors, like I have my job over here and my friend over here and my family over there. They're reflecting you, responding to you. Change you, and the outside world changes. Do you know how powerful that is? I'm going to go right back to point number 1 again. For life to have given you that kind of gift, to say all the power resides within yourself, you have a choice how you want to flow through any and every situation you encounter. Maybe some situations you're not even sure why you have in your life. Granted, some are not so pleasant. But you always have the power to know how you're going to encounter them, how you want to go through them, how you're going to feel as you move through them. You have that choice. You have been gifted that. And no one can take that away from you. No one. It's all you. So if you want to learn how to be joyful through every experience, if you want to learn how to really feel hungry and excited about life, if you want to learn how to reinvent yourself, if you want to learn how to finally forgive and let go of something that you may have messed up on earlier, you can do that. And you should do that. You've been gifted the power to do that. No one else can wave a magic wand on you and say, "You're done. I did it for you." It's you. It's only you. But if you have that power, then you have the ability to really do that. You can do it. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I mean, it doesn't get more beautiful than that. So remember it. These are beautiful things about you. There will always be beautiful things about you, powerful things about you, wonderful things about you. You're walking on this kind of air, right? That is the path of you, the true you, the gifts you've been surrounded with, you can flow with. Remember this as you go through your day, everything you encounter today, all of those. Life has been tailored to you, unique and gorgeous. You've done more wonderful things than things that are icky. You've just overlooked all those wonderful things. They are by far the greatest majority. As you strive to live better and be a better person, it's not just for you, it's the most unselfish thing you can do. You're doing it to everybody you encounter. You're saying, "I'm giving you a better version of me. Every day I work on that. I'm giving it to you." You have nothing to prove to anybody else, only to yourself, which is so freeing. And you hold the power to become anything you want. No one else does. It's all in you. So with those 5 powerful ideas, I'm going to ask you to go forth today. Meditate on them. Flow on these ideas. Remember your beauty, your greatness. If you need help with this, by the way, visit me at flowdreaming.com. Go to the shop. I have so many flow dreams on growing your inner power and worth, your self-confidence, being seen, going big. So much for you. You can practice these feelings. I give you the tools. Go for it. And of course, I really, really hope some of you will step forward, finally come out of the cracks, come out of the darkness, join me in Me School, and let every year after this be totally, totally different. All right, lots of love to you all. I'll see you next time for another episode of Flow Dreaming, still kinda woo-woo. Hi friends, if you enjoyed this episode, then I'd like you to consider what having private mentoring with me would be like. You see, I accept a small number of people each year for private coaching. The question is, what do you want to make? Who do you want to become? We can program and shape any area of yourself or your life. Imagine right now what you would be doing if you had no fear. Imagine how your life would look if there were no patterns and blocks repeatedly tripping you up. Imagine if you were fully healed in your heart, body, and mind. Imagine if you also had a map to your success and you could follow it with ease and flow. Well, I look into you and into your life, and I feel where you're going and know where the road is open and where it's blocked. I help you make the very best decisions based on what's coming up for you. I'll also show you exactly what I do day to day to succeed in my personal and business life, and we can create a copycat plan for you. So if you're game, you can fill out an application on my website for private coaching. Just go to flowdreaming.com/coaching, and then let's talk. I mean, the time to go for it is now. So let's just get this started. Just reach out to me at my website, flowdreaming.com, and I'll get right back with you.